Good evening, everyone. Hope you all's having a good night. Getting ready for the weekend. Let's see here, we got a few people in here already. Tony, good to see you. Well, A12, good to see you as well. So that's good. Let's see here. Let's see. Okay. Can y'all hear me? Let's make sure y'all can hear me. Looks like it might be a slow night in here tonight. We only got 4 people watching. Also, we are having a storm currently, so we will see how this goes. You may actually hear some of the thunder and everything. But I did not want to miss another stream. I wanted to give it a try at the very least here tonight. So here we are, which is good. Let's see here. All right, cool. Onichan, good to see you as well. All right. So it has been a busy week here. As many of you know, the Tara, hello, enjoy the storm. Oh, yeah, I love them. I do love storms, Tara. I totally do. That's one of the big things when we came back to the East Coast that I was looking forward to. I love storms. So, yeah, it's actually very nice to get some storms and have a chance to sit back and enjoy them. But, yeah, it's been a busy week around here. It's been a very stormy week. That tropical storm definitely stirred a few things up around here, so we had to deal with that. But again, storms are fun. I enjoyed it. Let's see. 3 viewers before, like, yeah, it seems to be a slow night. People's coming in a little slower than normal. Joanne, welcome. Good to see you. Phoenix, welcome. So we did have a few people say that YouTube did not send a notification out about last Magical Coffee Hours live stream. I set it every time to send out the notifications. So if for some reason you don't get one, it might be something set in your notifications. See if notifications are turned off. Make sure all notifications are turned on because there is a selection option now. And sometimes you'll just be getting so many notifications at one time, some of them will get missed. That's pretty standard. But do remember, we always do have the 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Friday and Sunday. And I try to make the announcement in the Discord channel, which Tony just brought up. Joined the Discord channel. Oh, yeah. Tony literally just got it. She beat me to it. Thanks, Tony. The Discord channel, every time a video is posted, one of our admin was so sweet and nice to set it up so that anytime a video goes live on the channel, the Discord channel automatically posts it and notifies everyone. So that's also a great way in case you are having issues with the YouTube for some reason. So hopefully that won't be a big problem, though. Let's see, hit the like button. Yeah, if you are here, hit that like button. Only-chan's right. Get those likes up. It allows YouTube to know y'all like the work we're doing, and they show it to more people, get us more viewers, and that helps us share that information. Is that Macy Reynolds? Hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. Yeah, always good to see people making it in here. To be fair, it's Friday. Regular followers should know it's time. This is true. But we're trying to grow. We're not just trying to keep up with the regulars. We are trying to grow. Oh, sorry about that, Tony. I got a friend that just, never mind. My bad. I got a friend, and she's a Tony. She spells her name with the I, and I can't count the number of times she's gone off on people because she spells it with an I specifically. And I know there's no difference with the spelling, but I ended up having to talk to her today, and it just My brain's frazzled. I apologize. Jade, hey, welcome. Glad you can make it. And I see some of the channel subscribers. Your badges are upgrading and changing colors based on your subscribing time. That's awesome to see. And thank you for supporting the channel. We do appreciate that a lot. Well, it's a guy's name down here too. I got a cousin, Tony. He's grew up with him. He does spell it Tony. I want to say it's short for Thomas, though. But so we use it in both situations. So that's all good there. And on the internet, it's tricky. Sometimes you just got to throw a dart and see if you catch it right. And if you don't, just raise your hand and say, hey, Drake. And I'll be like, okay, I got you now. Ona-chan, good news. I might get to go to Japan for my graduation and birthday present next year. My Kitsune friend is so excited. That is awesome. Japan's a lot of fun. I've gotten to go one time. It was a very short trip, but I did enjoy it very much. It was out to Okinawa. And I'm actually looking at potentially attempting to do a 3-year stint in Japan. I don't know if that'll actually get to happen. We will see. It's a long shot for sure. But if I do, you guys will definitely be hearing about it because the streams won't stop. But it will be an interesting 3 years if it happens. So fingers crossed on that. Let's see. So, we got 10 people and 8 likes. Come on, 2 of you need to give us the thumbs up. Like I said, it has been a busy week. I've been working more on the Fae Path working. I've had a lot of work to do, just mundane stuff to get done this week. But we have managed to get some stuff done. We have been scripting some videos on working with angels. I know many of you have been looking forward to those. I do have them coming. And I am planning on, there's none of them uploaded yet, but I'm going to shuffle them into the slots so that even though they're not filmed yet, those who are waiting on those videos will be able to get to see them soon. Sooner rather than later, I should say. And of course, as many of you know, the Ascension video did go live this week, which we got a lot of great feedback from everyone on that. And I want to say thank you very much for that. That was a tricky one. That was a tricky video to do because we had to take a very large topic and try to explain it in a very condensed but useful manner. So I do appreciate all the comments that we got on that video. Appreciate it. Tony, the purpose of my trip would be work, essentially, or my wife's work. Well, good luck on the job, Oni-chan. Definitely. Luck's up on that one. So, that one was close. So yeah, it has been a busy week. But at the same time, I've actually had an opportunity to sit down with some of the Norse deities, Odin, Freya, Loki, Thor, Heimdall, and get a lot of notes and stuff on where we want to take the Norse side of this channel in the near future and or the school. So that's coming. And we did actually film the full casting video for the Rune class. I know a lot of people's been asking us about that. It is coming. We have hit about every roadblock in the world when it came to filming that one, just because it's such a long video and a hard shoot. But I think I was trying for too much perfection on that video because I'd never liked the angles on it and everything. So I finally just bit the bullet and said, look, this is working. You can watch it. As long as I'm not the one watching it, everyone who reviewed it for me, they liked it. So we're just going to kick it out there and see how that one goes. Hopefully that'll be up in 3-4 weeks ish, maybe. Servan, welcome. So, so got that. And basic announcements, of course. If you are interested in supporting the channel in any way, we do have the ability now. You can subscribe to the channel. We have 3 different tiers. Tier 1 gets you a little badge, get you access to some emojis, and we do actually have a artist that's going to try and get us some more emojis made. So we're going to add to those as we continue. And tiers 2 and 3, we're trying to add to those. Tier 3, I think it is, currently has a members only live stream, which we've only been able to do one of those. I do apologize to the tier 3 members. We will try to get more of those. We have posted some members only for tier 2 and 3 meditation videos, at least one. And Tony, that's another thing. Members do also get a free spell working every month. I do a spell working for the subscriber or the members. Lord have mercy. That for tier 2 and 3, it's just a way of me giving back in any way. And we usually every month I do ask for requests on that, so I can customize it if need be. So like for Tony, I could definitely do a promotion one for you. But yes, you could use the prosperity spell that's on the channel, Tony, for that promotion. You actually could. You could easily do that spell. And when you're doing the visualization for the spell, see yourself with a promotion. And it would definitely help you in order to get that as well. If yes, what would I do since I would have no idea what to look like? That is the tricky one. You got to think through that promotion and what it would mean, whether a promotion is just a raise, because different jobs promotion means different things. But try to figure out where you would want to go as far as promotion in your line of work, and what that might mean to you, and try to actually see yourself already having that. Because I got a buddy, he works construction and has for years. He loves it. It's how he stays in shape, and he makes good money, and he loves being outside. So for him, a promotion at different times in his life has meant different things. He wanted to work on a specific different area of the site, pick up new skills. So for him, that would have been a promotion. But of course, eventually, promotion for him did actually mean he wanted to be foreman, and he actually is running his whole crew now. So that was a promotion. So you got to look at your actual job there and figure out what that might be, Tony. Sean Tubbridge, do I know about the goddess Nike? Yep. Yeah, I've worked with Nike a time or two. Ironically, I think the times I end up working with Nike the most is right around the Olympics, which kind of funny that you bring her up because here we are getting ready to go into the Olympics again. So, but it has been a really long time since I've worked with her. She is not one I work a lot with, but I do know of her. I have worked with her in the past. But Tony, I hope that answer does help you out a little bit there. I know I kind of glossed over that real quick. Onika, welcome. Good to see you. Sean, I already did. Well, by and large, she actually deals largely in athleticism and sports. That's actually the reason the company Nike named their shoe after her. Um, so anytime those athletics events, those kinds of things, competitions, Nike is a great goddess in order to reach out to. Yeah, I figured you would have meant move position because, like I said, it's different for everybody. But yeah, try to see yourself in the position you're wanting in your visualization. So you already having it and already doing the job, if that makes sense, Tony. Uh, Miller, no, actually, I do not have one specifically for enchanting jewelry. We have one discussing energy work and learning to recognize different energy currents, but not specifically focused on jewelry and tools. But both of those might be a reasonable video to do that I can get added to the to film list. I appreciate that. I will work on it. Uh, I wouldn't say I've worked with everybody. No, no, no. I have worked with a lot of people over the years, but definitely not everybody. Like, especially if you get into like the Asian pantheons and the Indian pantheons, I have barely scratched the surface of those pantheons in my personal practice. In fact, most of the times I've worked with those pantheons was more specifically when I was working with a client who had an interest within them. It's not a personal one. So no, I have not. Over the years, yeah, I have worked in some way with a lot of deities and a lot of entities, but definitely not all of them. In fact, I can't think of anyone on the planet that's actually worked with all of them. Um, you'd be dead before you managed to pull that stunt. Uh, so hey, welcome. Glad you could make it. Hey, Phoenix. I actually have worked with Hecate in the past. I actually attended the Hecate Sickle Festival in Washington State 3 years in a row, actually. Wait, no, it'd be 3 times when I was up there. I missed 1 year. It's almost in a row. We had run into some issues on that, but I no longer work with her as much. I do occasionally try to check in. I miss her, but just went in slightly different ways. Yeah, yeah, it'll be a bit more of a complex visualization there, Tony, but it's doable. It works on the same premise. Just see yourself doing the actual job you want. Hey, Wizard Warrior, man, good to see you. I'm doing pretty good. It's been a busy, busy, busy week and tiring, but it's been a good one. Ms. Weeks, Ms. Weeks, welcome. Glad to see you. Been a while. If you get a chance, go. I mean, someone said wasn't last year's. I don't even think they had one last year. I think it was the year before last. Was kind of a dud. I don't know why or anything, but I would still say if you get a chance to go and you're up there to go. I thought it was a lot of fun, and I don't really know where. I know other places do them. I just that's the one I got to go to was up there in Washington State. So yeah, definitely worth a shot. I would enjoy. I mean, if you work with a particular entity and you can find a festival to them, I think it's always fun to at least go see how the festival is. You may or may not like how the people do it, but if the energy of the entity's there, it's still worth a go. Oh, we do got 21 people in here now, so let's hit that thumbs up button, people. Let the YouTube know that you like what we're doing. Let's see here. Whoa, okay, we jumped. So, what happened here? I can try it, Emily, or hold on. Let me move up here, see if I can find repeat that. The mix of an O and an E. So it'd be Solvi. Solvi? Would that be it? Solvi? Solvi? So, I do try. I do try. It's been very busy trying to get everything. Yeah, setting up a new tattoo shop. That is a lot of work. That is a lot of work. Oni-chan, if there's a Gramarye festival, I want to go. Yeah, Gramarye, he's an interesting one, but I've seen a few small, like private style things, but not like a full blown festival to Gramarye. So, yeah, I don't know. That'd actually be pretty cool. I'd have to agree with you, Oni-chan. That'd be a pretty cool one. Thanks, Seth. I appreciate it. I try. I try. I've admitted my difficulty with linguistics more than a time or two, so I do appreciate that y'all understand that. But I do have fun trying because hey, that's how we learn. You got to step outside that comfort zone to learn. So yeah, I got no problem with that. Joanne Slap, I've noticed you bring up Washington multiple times. Would you say it's a pagan friendly state looking to move out of Texas? And that is one of the factors I have been trying to research and find out possibilities. Location is the size of pagan community. Oh, John, that's a tricky one. See, I'd actually move to Texas over Washington, me personally. Here's the thing. The pagan community in Washington State is actually pretty large. It is. It's pretty large. It's where I started teaching out of. But the backstabbing, the drama, the high school, even middle school style politics that go on in the pagan community out there is maddening. If I ever have to go back to Washington State, I will not plug back into the pagan community out there just because I don't want the drama. I don't. But there is a good pagan community out there, and there are good people in it. They're just harder to find. But by and large, yeah, there is a reasonable pagan community out there, and it is a pagan friendly state, in my opinion. To that caveat, I've not actually gone to any state outside of Utah where I've even been looked at sideways for my beliefs. I go to Texas, I've been received with open arms. Tennessee, open arms. Kentucky, open arms, except for my family. My family gets a little iffy about what I do for a living and my beliefs, but yeah. Um, let's see, Georgia, Alabama, Louisiana. Well, let's summarize this by saying I've been to 48 states. The only two states I've not actually had a chance to spend time in is Alaska and Hawaii. And outside of Utah, I've never really been looked at sideways. And that seems to definitely not be everyone's particular experience. And I don't know what it is. Maybe I know a lot of pagans who go to places looking for a conflict. And I think if you go in expecting it, even if sometimes you might take a comment wrong that wasn't meant that way, that's just a running theory I have. But so I can't prove it. Running theory, can't prove it. It's a theory. But drama wise, next to California, I'd say Washington was the biggest drama state I've been to. So I kind of hope we don't go back to Washington, but the community is decent when you go there. Just be mindful, get to know someone well before you put too much trust in them, and take the time to find those good people, find the good ones. But there is a decent community there, and it's a decent size. When I was there, they did a yearly Pagan Pride event that was a lot of fun. So yeah. Drama State sounds. Oh my God, it does sound like a Netflix series. Netflix, if you're watching this, call me. We got a show idea. Ms. Weeks, love you here in Tennessee. Oh, Ms. Weeks, I love me Tennessee. Oh God, I love me some Tennessee. I really do. Mugs up to you. I love to get down into Tennessee, up in the Appalachians, do some camping. I've spent a lot of time in the woods and foothills of Tennessee. I love it. And of course, well, the fact that you're like great music, and I've always found the people down there sweet as can be. When I was younger, it was actually at a little honky tonk in Tennessee where I got to meet Hank Jr. Didn't know who he was when I met him. My dad was actually going gaga and gushing. I didn't know why. I just thought it was somebody my dad knew from his trucking days. But we still have that autograph, so that's a good thing. So thank you, Ms. Weeks. Love right back to you, girl. Yeah, I can see how it'd be a little rare there. I mean, rare don't bother me, honestly, because I'm kind of a solo guy after all these years. I found out it's just easier for me. I guess I'm not entirely solo anymore because I've got the community that's built up around Working Dragon Mystic, and you guys are amazing, especially in the Discord. We had an individual actually share an audio book that he found on YouTube about self-discipline and self-mastery, which was a huge help to a lot of people. So that was pretty cool. So, I mean, I'm kind of enjoying the online community now. That's something I wasn't sure I would, but I really am. So, yeah, I quite enjoy it. But then I can talk to anyone. I can sit down and have a conversation with anyone. And that's why I love traveling. That's why I love the fact that we move. It doesn't matter where you stick me, I'll find somebody to talk to. Even if you throw me in a church, if my mom makes me go to church, I can still find somebody to talk to and have a good time. Well, that'd be a nice turnaround, Honey Chan, because it was a tourism town with a bunch of fakes for a while. So it'd be nice that they actually got them some real ones now. Adam, is it true that Freya's alternate aspect deific mask is Kali, Ma, or Hera? Someone has told me this. Um, Honestly, Adam, I'm going to say no. I've worked with Kali, I've worked with Hera, and I've worked with Freya. All of them claim to me to be very, very drastically different deities, and they all have very drastically different aspects as well. Um, Now, to someone who works with deity as only an aspect of source, not as an individual entity in and of itself, I could see how they might utilize this mental archetype to swap in between those. But I personally don't believe it is a mental archetype, and therefore I don't really swap them in. In all my research, I've actually found quite the opposite. They are actually very much individuals. But then again, that's where, when it comes to magic, the philosophy in which the magician or the tradition approaches it from actually has to be taken into consideration of what they're saying. And I generally try to make sure I'm pointing out that concept here on this channel. That's why I said, for me personally, I see them very much as individuals, because I actually did subscribe to the archetype concept in the masks for a while. That's where I started. But my experience with these entities has just taught me I seriously cannot believe they're the same entity. They're drastically too different. So to just say they're wearing a different mask, I can't go with it. But for some people, that might work just fine. Johnny, got my guardian. Grats! Mugs up to you. Mugs up to you, Johnny. Little Earth Dragon. Think you could do a vid on self-discipline? Yes. Little Earth Dragon, we can. In fact, that is something I am working on. One of my friends, two of my friends, I should say, Raven and Katrina. This is something we've both, or all three of us, have been talking about for a while. Because I do talk about self-mastery, self-discipline quite a bit. And it was ironically when we were shooting the Ascent video and how important discipline and mastery of the self is to this process, that we decided we really, really wanted to do a video on self-discipline. Because many of you know my name is Drake Valentine. You've probably seen it in the Facebook groups. Or, I don't know, is Valentine actually in the Discord name, or does it just say Drake? Anyway. But to my family, the Valentines, which is my adopted family, not my blood family, y'all hear me complain about. Let's get that specified real quick. Self-mastery and self-discipline are cornerstone to our thoughts and our beliefs. And because of that, I'm a little surprised I don't have that video yet. But yes, that is very much on the to-do list, and hopefully soon. So I would think that you could look for that video this year. I actually would love to have that video up before Samhain or Yule at the bare minimum. And I want to have it up sooner, honestly. But the reason I use those two is those are two great times to really dive into self-work and self-development and change. So I think a video coming up around those two times would be great. Or actually even for like a New Year's style video, because you're committing your entire year to developing this self-discipline. But at the end of the day, let's be honest, there's not a bad time for a video like that. So yeah, we are definitely going to be getting a video like that out there, little Earth Dragon. Appreciate that. Glad to see so many people actually interested in that too. I know I sound like the old geezer on the front porch saying, get off my yard when I say this, but it is nice to see people once again interested in self-discipline. It does seem like much of the world has just thrown it to the side, and it's like, I don't need discipline. I just do whatever I want. And then they complain when they don't really achieve anything. So it is great to see so many people in this community actually working toward that. And that is awesome. Luna, welcome. Maybe that's why I was guided to start the YouTube channel, because I think it's as good for me as it is you all, because you all are finding someone who's talking about the stuff you're looking for. Sometimes you have trouble shutting me up. But also, I'm realizing there's a lot more people than just me and the handful of mages that I've met over the years that actually actively pursue these kinds of things and are willing to do the hard work. And for me, that's a very uplifting thing. That's an uplifting knowledge to have. So I absolutely do adore this community. Let's see here. You're moving next week. You want to know how you tell the entities in the area you mean no harm, establish a positive relationship. Just say hello. Just introduce yourself and tell them you would like to have a pleasant, positive, neighborly relationship. That's really it. Just flat out introduce yourself respectfully. Oni-chan, are the Greek and Roman gods the same? That one I'm still questioning myself, Oni-chan. I haven't worked with the Roman deities enough to really say I've developed a full opinion. But by and large, in the times I've worked with them, they actually do. That is two groups of entities that really do feel alike to me. But since I've spent more time working with the Greek by far than the Roman, my sample size is very small on that, Oni-chan, and I just got to admit that and say that I suspect that would be two sections where I do think they are. But I can't say definite within my heart of hearts that I believe them to be the same. But I do suspect it. I hope that helps you a little bit. Let's see. Yeah, a tribute to the land spirits is a great way. In fact, check out the hailing ritual, because in that hailing ritual, we mentioned the land whites. Land whites are land spirits. So you could actually write up an entire hailing ritual just giving thanks to the land whites there, or the land spirits if you prefer. Or if your particular area has something specific you refer to them as, that's perfectly fine as well. And you could do a simple, basic hailing ritual with a quick offering of food or drink, just as a, hey, I'm here. Kind of in the South, we bring you food for everything. We move in, we're going to bring you food. Of course, you move in, the whole neighborhood brings you food. We just give food away. But it's a very similar thing. That's why when it came to building relationships with spirits, it seemed natural to me. It's like, well, okay, I've been doing this my whole life with people. So yeah, it's pretty simple. Tony says, man, the will to grow my discipline is the biggest gift I've gotten from your channel. Oh, wow. Tony, thank you very much for that. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. But that is definitely a gift you'll be giving yourself. Trust me. My mentor / father figure very much taught me about self-discipline, and it is something that has paid off dividends throughout my life. It's something I try to pass on to all my students. It is something I passed on to my goddaughter, and it is something I continue to pass on to people I know. So yeah, I am glad I can inspire you to do that. Thank you. Let's see. I've had issues with authority growing up, and I'd like a video to help you. Authority growing up, so I feel like a video on it will help me let that go. It can. Self-discipline can help let that go a little bit there, little Earth Dragon. But I think I might actually do a video on authority because I have an issue with authority, and it's taken me years to kind of balance that. Um, and that might be a bit of wisdom that'd be good to share just in general, separate. So I may actually do both of those videos. So keep an eye on those. Those are great ideas. Satomi, I don't know. Honestly, a lot of your pop stars and stuff, they get onto things because it's trendy. So you will see people who get tattoos because it's trendy. They don't actually have any meaning to them. And then some people do. So I personally do not follow rap artists in depthly. Occasionally, someone will play a rap song and it's like, hey, that's not bad. But I don't really follow the scene, so I couldn't really tell you, Satomi, on to why that would be. Um, I would probably guess that it's probably 50-50. Some of it, it's just trendy tattoos. Others, it might actually have a meaningful spiritual thing for them. Let's see. Barnoldes, welcome. Glad you can make it, man. Free food. Hey, everybody loves free food. I think that's why so many people enjoy the South. We will feed you. We don't even have to know you. Oni-chan, are Grim Reapers real? Grim Reapers is in the concept of Grim Reapers seen in Supernatural, where you've got these beings that wander around killing people at their time of death. No, not in the cloak and sickle style. There are definitely entities that are in charge of controlling and dealing with the currents of death. But they're not Grim Reapers in the stereotypical modern media form. And there's not like a singular group of entities either. They cross different perspectives and different cultures, different stylizations. And depending on who you are, your beliefs and all that will actually depend on the entities in charge of those currents that would actually take part in that. If that makes sense, Oni-chan. No, that's not a bad idea either. So if I want to go into authority and being an authority. So yeah. I'm still working on the whole being an authority because, well, you guys have seen me on here. I love to talk. I love to share what I know, and I love to share my theories. And I do point out when something's a theory, and I point out my findings as best I know them as well. But I'm not sure I consider myself an authority. But many of you do, and that is kind of the thing. What makes one an authority? That's always an interesting pondery there, because what makes one an authority in a subject could just be their knowledge base above where you're at. So there does raise some interesting thought processes there. That actually might be an interesting discussion for a live chat sometime. Okay, so you're specifically talking more in the leadership concept of it. Yeah, and there are different forms of leadership, and different people actually excel in different leadership areas, and some people actually tend to respond to different leadership styles too. There is no one size fits all for that one. Actually, Tony, I would go buy something with them. And one of the reasons I would is it puts them in circulation. It's sending that energy out there. It's causing that prosperity to move. So actually, that's pretty symbolic of what you're wanting. You're wanting that energy to get out there and begin its work and manifest. But I tend not to give coins. I'd give stones or offerings or pork rinds, and stuff like that. But in the case of coins, actually, I would spend them in that case. In fact, the one time I did do it that I remember right off is I actually used the little dollar coins that was circulating for a while. I don't even know if they still circulate at all, but I was trying to replace paper ones with the little coins. I used a bunch of those and circulated them for that exact method, and it worked really well, actually. Yeah, some entities are totally okay sharing food with you. That is okay. By and large, though, if you're sharing it, you want to make sure you're willing to share in their energy itself also, because there is actually going to be an energy exchange there, which is a partial offering style form of invocation. So it's actually a great way to get used to entity's energy and start to bring it into your life. So be mindful of that. But yeah, most entities are generally okay with that as long as you make that statement up front. This random after a banishing spell, do I have to cleanse the house? No, you don't have to. And it also would depend on how you did your cleansing spell. But by and large, my process is if I do a banishing, if the banishing I did does not already cleanse the energy in the house, I would go ahead and do a house cleansing. But, and this is the important part, remember to charge the house with the energy you want. Think of it this way: if you cleanse the energy in a house, it's like emptying the pool. The pool is freaking empty. If you don't put good, clean water in the pool, it will fill with whatever falls in it. Most people cleanse their house, do not put energy back in, and they just let whatever wants to wander in, wander in. And they wonder why the banishing or something didn't seem to help or made things worse. It's because they didn't take the time to fill the house back up. So do make sure you also charge the house. And me personally, I used to use the lesser banishing ritual in order to draw energy in. Then I moved over into just drawing in different energies or elemental energies that I was working with at the time, or in even having entities actually fill the house, like Odin or Freya. These days, I turn to the Dragon's Flame ritual. Not only can it cleanse the house, but it does at the same time help to fill the house with that energy. So it actually does accomplishes two steps in one, which is really nice. But yeah, by and large, that would be what I'd do. This is random. Saran. Yeah. The the only way I know how to lead is by example. Um, that's I'm not going to tell you to do something I won't do. And anytime I've been working with a student or something, I've been at their side. That's just it. Peachy, hey, glad you can make it. Oni Chan, yeah, pork rinds are good. And some artwork he does. And some artwork, Thanos does have a scythe. Is there a spiritual explanation for why a person can become stressed, both as the illness, but also just as the feeling? Yeah, actually, stress, pain, these are all natural things. And these are things that, even outside the physical plane, they will always exist. Even after ascending, stress, pain, these things are still going to exist. The physical realm, this is easy mode. This is like very, 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 very easy mode of existence. And stress and stuff like that, those are actually natural energetic patterns that take us outside our comfort zone. And if you have discipline and self mastery, those are actually great times for growth and personal development, which is very, very important. So yeah, there is actually spiritual reasons for those. In fact, I actually had a teacher that said, in times of stress and times of hardship, rejoice because that's when you're going to grow most. And she didn't like it when I kind of may have she sounded like a Southern preacher joke. So she threw a book at me, quite literally. But to be fair, I deserved it. I was a smart aleck. But yeah, and honestly, over the years, I have to agree. They are very, very much right that those are the times when you're going to grow the most. You don't grow and you don't make progress when things are nice and easy. Growth happens in times of stress or other issues and turmoil. That's where we actually get the term growing pains from. And yes, so Owen's right. You made it, Peachy. That's all that matters. It seems like that at disappointing and funny at the same time. Cowboy Man's been hit with a book. Oh Lord. I get a lot of books thrown at me. I will have to say that. Raven, she always has like those composition notebooks on her desk. She's actually the one that got me in the habit of keeping those around. I can't help it. Smart aleck comments pop into my head and then poof, they're gone. They're out there. And I can't even say I regret it, but it's at the same time, it's like I'm proud of the comment. I stand by the comment. I would say it again, but my red alert's going off and I know it's time to duck because something's about to get thrown at me. So, I mean, it's every bit my fault, but I do get a lot of books thrown at me because of that. And many of you who have caught me in voice chat over at the Discord, and especially the admin, because I don't even remotely have to filter myself in the admin area. Y'all know I say stuff without thinking, and yeah. Which actually brings me up. A lot of you have been reaching out to friend me on Facebook. I don't really accept a lot of friend requests on Facebook because it is my private page, and that's why I have the Working Dragon Mystic Discords and stuff like that. So I try not to. Don't be offended if I don't just add you, because I have been known to post things on my Facebook page for no other reason than to literally piss off and or offend my friends that are on my Facebook page. And to be fair, they do it to me too. This is just how we show love. And so I don't let the general public onto my private page because I can't even say the things I post necessarily represent me all the time, because I may just be trying to get a rise out of somebody. But if you are trying to get in contact with me or something, the Discord server is the best way to do it, or the Working Dragon Mystic Facebook group itself is the best way. So please don't be offended if I don't accept your friend request on my private page. No problem. No problem. I'm happy to answer your questions. Well, get some sleep, Emily. Let's see. Does that mean we have to offer Raven a book made? No. Do not give that woman a metal book. I will be the one she throws it at. Y'all trying to get me killed here. No. Raven does not. No. No, 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 no. Oh yeah, oh yeah. When you have a mouth like mine in the South, you get good at dodging, or you hang out with friends who just constantly just say crap to each other, which is my group of friends. We insult each other on the regular. So, but we also do have, like Raven. So, you got to learn to dive, duck, dodge, dip. But you get good at it. Actually, Tony, for those people who are born into the easier lives, generally they're the ones that need the most assistance because they're spiritually so young, they're incapable of handling the harsher side of things. So if you actually do truly believe someone is riding easy street, it's someone who's actually incapable of handling the harsher growth. There is actually a reason for that. But I'd also caution you because even people who we think have it easy, they may be struggling with things that we are unaware. I know a lot of people who think I have a very, very cushy and easy life. One of them, though, however, actually got an inside look on my life, and they're like, I couldn't do this. How are you still alive? How are you not insane? Um, so once they got to look behind the mirrors of what they thought, they saw a completely different story. So that is something to be mindful of. But in those cases, there is also, like I said, there is a reason for it because they're actually incapable of handling those harsher lessons. So they're just starting out and they're just starting to really start to gain those experiences, which means they're going to be on this journey for a lot longer. Let's see. All right. This has been a really great chat up in here tonight. We've hit some of those deeper topics tonight. Yeah, it was awesome. And yeah, Servan's right. The most important step a person can take is the next one. And that is true. Everything is one step at a time. I was taught and raised that when I lay down at night, my goal should be to be happy that I did my best that day. In whatever I'm doing, I gave it what all I had that day. And add to that I hope to be a better man tomorrow than I am today. Because we're always growing, we're always perfecting, we're always seeking to be better. And if you take those two concepts and you actually attempt to apply those, you'll be surprised how much change you see in your life in just a year's time. It is insane. Um, but I would add to that occasionally take a week off and just relax or a day off here and there. It's really good for you. A little self care goes a long way. And that self care is not a day where you're doing nothing. That's something I think too many people fall into. They think, well, if I'm not doing anything, I'm not doing those other two things. Taking that day of self care, that is, as Savant's quote states, it is the next step so that you can continue to fully apply the other two. It's that day of rest so that you can continue to fully maximize the other two things. And that's true. Strong people are not forged from a good situation. They never are. They never are. It takes a crap show. That's why if I had it, looking back at my life, I can't say my life was easy. but I wouldn't change it. I would not change it. There was a time in my life where I complained about a lot of things that had happened. But as I got more into metaphysical studies and everything, I quickly came to see that even the hard times in my life helped to forge me into the man I am today. And though there's still work I want to do, I'm proud of the man I am today. I wouldn't change any of it. I really would not. Yeah, Phoenix, resting's a hard one for me. Many of you in the Discord know the admin often have to get on me because I have on my calendar Saturday as a day off. Don't do squat. It's hard. They've actually yelled at me. It's on my own Discord, but they will yell at me. And they'll admit it. They got no problems telling y'all. They'll yell at me. If I slide into Discord on Saturday, if it's general conversation, they okay with it. But they've got their eyes on me. They're watching me. And the second I start working, boom, they're ready to jump and pounce on me. Because I am not good at taking that day off to rest. And that's one of the reasons I know it is so important is because I'm one of the people that's working on that. I'm working on that a lot to actually understand that day of rest for me. Yeah, actually, Phoenix, I've done enough damage to my body over the years doing different things where if I don't rest, my body lets me know. I'm just also too stubborn to stop. Because if I have something to do, I have to get it done no matter how sore I am. No matter how much pain I'm in, I will actually do it. Unless my wife's around, and then she'll be like, Drake, sit your ass down. I tend to listen to her. She's like the only person I listen to most of the time. So, but as you know, my wife goes out of town for long stints often, and then I have to attempt to survive on my own, which I do a good job. But yeah, when she's not around, I get lost in my work and I forget to rest so badly. See, Shade's happy to say, yep, we'll bring the smackdown on you. Time check. What? Oh, whoa, we went over, didn't we? Thank you, Tara. Appreciate it. And I know you're the one that usually don't even like to see these things in. So I appreciate you being honest with me. So let's go ahead and get this wrapped up here. This has been a great conversation tonight, people. We do have another video coming out Tuesday. I currently don't remember what this one is. I do know we got one on Llamas coming out soon because we got more Sabbats that are coming up. And I do try to make sure there's a good 2-3 weeks before the actual Sabbath so you can watch the video and make any plans. And since we do have another holiday coming up, we got another holiday video coming out. We do have more of the Goetia series coming out because those are already filmed. And for those asking, again, we are planning to get the angel videos to complement them. It's just we're having a bit of hard time getting some stuff filmed right now. But that series will be starting up as well. And we do have a lot of videos, a lot of great ideas, many of which were suggested by you, the viewers, that we do want to get filmed and put up on the channel. And we are trying to weave those in as much as possible. So please be patient with us. Of course, in the meantime, there's always the Discord channel. You can pop in there and chat with us. And we've always got the live streams here where we can do and have a lot of fun and answer questions. Also, many of you may have noticed, I didn't bring it up at the beginning because I wanted to see how things went. YouTube has added a thing so people who's been subscribed to the channel for hours or days or whatnot are the people that participate in the live chat. I gave that a shot tonight because I wanted to see how it would work. As you all know, we've had a few people jump in, get a bit unruly. Some of them not even subscribed to the channel. So I thought this might be a nice way to help filter out the riffraff a little bit without being too strict on it, because I do want to reach as many people and answer as many questions as possible. So that I personally think this particular chat setup worked really, really well. I don't even think it really phased any of the normal people who are here. If you will happen to be someone who subbed right before the stream started, or maybe 6 hours ago, I think I had it set so it was like 12 or 16 hours you had to be subbed to the channel before you could participate in the live chat. Don't worry, on Sunday when we have Magical Coffee Hour, the time limit would be up. It'll be the same way for that one. We're going to continue to try this out. And that should definitely help curb some of that. Oh, Tara, no, you were not unruly by any means of the word. I'm talking about some of the trolls we had come in here when I said unruly. I was just trying to be polite about it. So, yeah. Well, Tony, I appreciate it. It's wonderful that people actually look forward to seeing this mug. Because I know a lot of people don't look forward to seeing this mug. But it is nice that I love getting on here and spending time with y'all. It's a lot of fun. So I do appreciate it. And it's always great to spend my evenings on Fridays and Sundays with you. But I do have to get going. The hat, yeah, my hat helps. Both of my hats, they're my magic items here. They're just like, I just ain't Drake without the hat. So until Sunday, everyone, y'all have a wonderful weekend. If you are in any of the areas where we're experiencing the storms and all that, try to keep yourself safe. But enjoy the storms. I fully plan to enjoy them myself while staying safe. If you're not where it's storming, try to enjoy the summer if you can. It's actually been a really nice summer. I'm actually looking to getting out and doing a few more things here soon. So maybe I'll share some of those adventures with y'all here on the channel. We'll see how that goes. But until Sunday, everyone, you have a great night. Mugs up. And keep moving forward in your practice and keep manifesting that life you want. Take care. Night, night.